Welcome back to Simmer and Stir and the new Simple Side Dish series. My vegetable side dishes are great for holiday gatherings or any time of year. They make vegetables easy and delicious for even the most dedicated vegetable haters. So let's get started. Today we're making roasted beets, but not just any roasted beets. We're making a beet salad that everyone will absolutely love. I've heard that some people don't like beets because they think they taste like dirt. There is a simple explanation for this. Beets are really dirty. Here is the water I had some beets sitting in before I scrubbed them. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. Here is an unwashed beet. And here is a beet that's been thoroughly scrubbed with a vegetable brush. Even after scrubbing, the beet still has a lot of embedded dirt. People have been told to roast beets just like this and rub the outer skin off after roasting. All that does is infuse the taste of dirt into the beet. The dirt essentially becomes an unintentional dry rub. I prefer to trim off the extra dirty stem end and the bottom tip and then peel off the dirty outer skin with a vegetable peeler. It only takes a minute and greatly improves their flavor. So now, instead of dirt, all you will taste is the deep natural sweetness of the beet. Now that the most important step is done, how do you get the most out of these vibrant garden jewels? Roasting the beets will bring out their natural sweetness. The best way to do this is by cutting the beet into even wedges for fast and even cooking. Once the beet is trimmed, it will have a broad flat end and a smaller flat end. Place the broad flat end against your cutting board for maximum stability. It is helpful to wear gloves when handling raw beets if you want to avoid staining your fingers. Cut the beet in half to produce 2 large hunks of beet that would take forever to cook. Take 1/2 of the beet, keeping that broad side down, and slice it into 4 wedges like so. These wedges are perfectly shaped for even roasting because they allow the greatest possible surface area of the beet to be in full contact with the baking sheet. Now repeat that process with all of your beets and transfer them to a parchment-lined rimmed baking sheet. Add some extra virgin olive oil and toss the wedges until they are all evenly coated. Spread these out into a single layer, making sure all of the wedges are lying flat on the baking sheet. Sprinkle with a little salt and transfer to the center of a 425-degree oven for 30 minutes. While those beets are roasting, we will make a key component for great tasting beets, and that's a tart dressing. So grab a bowl and the oil of your choice. I've been using this California cold-pressed walnut oil lately, but you can use extra virgin olive oil if that's what you have on hand. You'll also need some lemon. Beets need tartness to bring out their flavor. Lemon juice works great for this and adds a fresh citrus flavor, but you can also use apple cider, red wine, or rice wine vinegar, or whatever vinegar you prefer. Combine the oil, lemon juice, and a little Dijon mustard in a bowl with salt and pepper, and whisk that together until emulsified. Now, put that aside until the beets have finished roasting. Another great flavor enhancer for beets is creamy goat cheese. The creaminess and tartness of the goat cheese balances out the vegetal flavor of the beets and adds an interesting textural component to the final dish. By the way, beets are among several foods that are high in oxalates, which are naturally occurring substances that can contribute to kidney stones if you are someone who is prone to forming them. If you don't know if you are a stone former but want some extra insurance just in case, consuming a source of calcium like cheese with beets allows the oxalates and calcium to bind together in your intestines and be safely excreted instead of traveling to and being filtered by your kidneys. So, if you're going to eat beets, have some cheese or milk or some other source of calcium with them if oxalates are at all a concern. However, if you are an oxalate stone former, this is a recipe you should probably skip. Now, roasted beets and goat cheese are soft and creamy in texture, but the best dishes contain multiple textures, and that's where some chopped roasted pistachios come in. These savory, crunchy nuggets will add a surprising pop of crunch to this dish that really works well with the tender beets and soft and creamy goat cheese. Finally, roasted beets are many things, but no one ever describes them as fresh or refreshing, and that's where this unusual ingredient comes in. You may have seen these in the produce section, vegetable sprouts or microgreens. They are the first shoots of various vegetables that are harvested while they are still young and tender. They are delicate and delicious and bring a fresh, crisp texture and flavor to this roasted root vegetable dish. Here I've got some broccoli rabe sprouts that are delicate but peppery, and some sweet pea tendrils that are more robust and slightly sweeter. You can use whatever vegetable sprouts you like, and I do mean vegetable sprouts, not bean sprouts. Whatever you use, just make sure they are fresh and there are no signs of spoilage, wilting, browning, or extra moisture in the package. If you can't get vegetable sprouts or don't want to use them, you can also serve these beets on a bed of baby arugula or baby kale or your favorite lettuce. Let's check on those beets, which are finally done after 30 minutes. You can tell they are done when a paring knife easily pierces the center of a wedge. Now, transfer these to a serving platter, preferably a warm serving platter, while they are still hot. Drizzle on some of that tart lemony dressing. This is to taste, so use however much you want, just reserve a little to drizzle over the sprouts in the end. Next, sprinkle on your crumbled goat cheese. And I love goat cheese, so I'm very generous with it. Then add your crunch with your toasted pistachios. And finally, a pop of freshness with your vegetable sprouts. And I went with the delicate, peppery broccoli rabe sprouts this time. A last little drizzle of dressing, and this is ready to serve. This is a side dish that will take center stage with its beautiful, colorful appearance, but it's really the taste that steals the show. The sweetness of those beets with the creaminess of that goat cheese, the crunch of those pistachios, and the fresh snap of the sprouts, all brought together with that lemony dressing. I don't know anyone who wouldn't love to try these beets. And not a speck or hint of dirt in sight. Try serving these at your next dinner party and watch even the most adamant beet haters vie for at least one bite. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with a friend. It's totally free and helps me more than you know. For the full recipe, which is also free, and all the ingredient amounts, click the link to my website in the description box below this video. And I'll see you next time with another delicious and easy recipe.